I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no
Wake
damage.
up! Pour me red wine.
Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well,
should we go back and do that actually? Hopefully that's not restarted the whole thing.
the city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons.
There are the pictures of wine.
Our current
Hopefully I won't
Great
splash anyone's shoes.
And on top of that,
Boy,
the
I'd like some
army
white.
is requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing. That
Thank you,
Hackenbücher. Hand cannon. Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
I apologize.
You're the one who should know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
I'd like some monastery
What is
wine.
it, Eldris?
Refill my cup,
You
boy.
smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is.
So,
The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty halberds.
And who is it you want to fight, exactly? The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up!
and a full
The king
cup.
can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the court
where's my
for
white?
better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the yeomanly state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public bath.
Another drop of wine. Don't make me beg.
Isn't it the same thing?
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome. But a woman named Betty has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the baths that you...
I need something. There isn't, she thought.
And...
No one. Go and
Certainly, sir.
come back with his...
Soft, feminine fingers.
A moment ago, you were complaining there weren't enough baths. Shouldn't we support her?
Something like this is better handled by trustworthy people, like my friend, bathhouse proprietor Adam. The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be underestimated.
Nor overestimated.
Nice.
If someone needs to walk, there's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well.
So, did you find it?
Shave and take a...
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so loud. Show it here.
That's it. And now go back to your job.
Many died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing... with the baths, unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important, but we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that
Tukai!
the city isn't
And the
run
full cup.
his way. At least until His Majesty honors us
I
with his
apologise,
visit.
sir.
And as we
Which
know,
wine?
Tukai!
Kunslin
That's
absolutely
the wine.
hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not sure what you're...
Good sir.
Horseshit! You know full well.
Well,
everybody
thank the
knows.
Lord.
He wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself? Me? I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Tokai,
And a full cup.
Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident.
I
You were
apologise,
there,
sir.
weren't you?
Which wine?
That.
Are you
Just a
colorblind?
small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? Besides,
Good sir.
if his men attacked yours, as I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there? Leave nothing out.
I don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
You there, lad.
Everyone in the
cup of
city
bread.
gossiped about it.
And don't you skimp on me.
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't
Sir?
think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not
Well,
to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric,
I'd like some
but also
monastery
illegal.
wine.
If we
Refill my
tolerate
cup,
this,
boy.
the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword fighting school brought this custom to us. That German Menhard is just hanging around the mouth looking for trouble.
Don't be ridiculous.
How come he doesn't recognize us?
You act like you've never been in a fight
you wish.
yourself. And to accuse a swordmaster without a shred of proof.
you again.
We're not some old fishwives on the market.
Come here for a moment.
So you will just leave it be?
Proven offences.
Did he recognize us then?
punished by the bailiff. And that's that. There are more pressing matters to deal with.
More pressing than
Hey,
the open contempt
waiter.
of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently settling accounts their own
Refill,
way.
sir.
We'll
Do you
soon
think I
be
come
the
to the council
laughing
just
stock
to
of the
guzzle
whole
wine?
town.
Come here.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us. Oh,
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and
You
walk
lazy
out now.
bastard.
But if you disappear for a little while,
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
What? Oh my god.
That was easy enough. And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
What? Winged. Two. Oh my god, there's fucking loads. I didn't fucking do that.
So, let's see what you've got for me.
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
I counted 24, sir.
And you counted correct. Good. Here you
What a
are.
guess.
So you can have a bit of fun in the evening too, eh?
Since there is the eternal dispute over the cathedral,
cheers.
the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers.
God, that's
Right
fat
under
God.
our noses.
Get lost.
It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to mock a royal mining city.
Do this guy's armor.
A cup
Hire
of
more
bread.
craftsmen, start with night shift.
Because those so-called craftsmen are a band of parasites. You pay them, they come late, or report sick, and if they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's a waste of time. I tell you, a waste of time.
Adam, don't interrupt the
What will be good in
proceedings
this
with your
mission is if you could
grumbling
poison this food.
even if you are.
Can you poison this
And
food?
as for
Hey,
you,
boy,
Gwendolyn,
a full
haven't
cup
you
of
noticed
monastery
there's
wine.
a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work
If you
in
could
the city
poison it,
under
yeah, that'd be
siege?
cool.
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Waiter, I wanted monastery wine.
And what
shut
would
up.
that be?
Like, for
Good.
instance,
All
you
right.
bread
would
as well.
like to have your own
Sweet
altar
pancake.
there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A
Hey, boy,
swordsmith
a full
dares
cup
to
of
insult
monastery
me?
wine.
Ha! I think not.
Excuse me.
I apologize, sir.
You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the
Monastery
cathedral.
red.
Just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I
Pour it
acquired
over
my
his face
seat
in
for
a
the
minute.
services our guild provided, and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying
Look at this guy's armor.
If that's all
Have your armor?
they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Hobrink.
What ne'er-do-wells?
He can't fail this, because he can't pour it into
People from the whole town go to watch them brawl.
Oh,
freedom, apparently, in this here.
Because it has all been
Oh, let me
sorted out.
trade him again. This
Not
guy
long
is
ago,
humbling on
the
10 out
guards
of
raided
10.
and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten.
Fucking story
What do
game,
we have
mate.
to discuss next?
Well, I mean, story game.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Tüchegase, Elegiop Tetonaikat, Ishkelkinek Utra.
Oh my god.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this plan of fights!
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying.
What
See
the
no
hell
cheerful
just happened
priests
now
at
on the screen?
funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser.
Voice actor for Godwin's
At your
trash.
Ujit's parish. you
Sounds like
spread
he's
the
really
word of
far
God
away
to
and
his
can't be
flock,
arsed.
And you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old...
Can he be trusted?
He's a... Besides, if he were on Sigismund's side, he'd...
Do you know what...
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. We've had bandits, noble...
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say?
Yeah. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them.
I wouldn't be too sure. How does it... Or,
No fear of that in my case. Wine, women...
Dear me. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests.
Indeed you should.
Oh, don't start with that.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Well, do you feel better now you've stopped eating game? Aye, my legs aren't nearly swollen, but everything else is going down.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are... I'm here and...
Who would... Why did we have to come?
Because and why...
Do you want to...
Not at all. This... You have men...
Why are you telling this to a
Everything in good time, sir.
Did you come to land?
Not to land, but...
You don't even know...
You remind...
Henry.
You know...
That would be him.
Well, maybe you'll get to know each other better. For a young... He was supposed to become a blacksmith. And instead... He's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait. A blacksmith, you say? From Scarlet's?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzig Kobyla, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayden?
Talking
For
fucking
that,
riddles.
there will be more...
Good health.
L'chaim.
Enhanced mixture.
One beer. God bless.
Who have we got to talk to next?
I'm glad you finally accepted the invitation.
The French guy.
Good health to you, sir.
Baron Vauclin, I am a warrior.
My word.
Mais non.
I
Not
beg
looking
your
for
pardon.
friends.
But you see, the friend of my likable...
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit there.
Oh my god. Terrible.
How do...
Too much dialogue. I can't be bothered with it anymore. 55 hours into the game and...
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron.
This Bohemia, do tell me about...
My last...
Aye. Then, what are you doing?
Oh my god, that didn't mean anything. You know, there's so much shit in dialogue.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Fucking hell, the crowd's got really loud. What the hell?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
I don't know what's going on. It's like the game's crashed. Or something. Fucking hell. This game did. Well, I don't know if it's broken or it's just taking ages.